it would be wrong to compare a country or a nation versus other country. Everyone has their own smart cities mission or program which is different and customized to them. For example, Europe focuses more on the environment side of it. US focus primarily on the technology side of it. India has two different focus. One is functional infrastructure, making the city functional. That's where the ABD pieces come into play. And using the technology to ensure citizen service delivery mechanism is completed. That's a part 2 of it. So it's completely different model. So India is, the smart cities is a different model, but I'll say that India will leapfrog in terms of other smart cities because of its highest amount of mobile users, as well as the startups who are going to play innovator roles here. Every mission, every program will have its own challenges, but the two biggest challenges I see is the lack of technical capacities. We will have a lot of people who will do the nuts and bolts part of it, but we don't have a lot of people who will do the analytics part of it. We don't have too many data scientists to run those programs, create meaningful insights out of it. So that's one technical capacity gap. Second is the sectoral capacity gap. We don't have too many people who understands water to the depth, solid waste management, sewerage. But we have people who understands as a generalist. So that's one part of the challenge. The second part of the challenge is the industry is today not ready completely. So industry needs to understand the requirements of the cities, those 100 cities, their plans, they come together and respond to the requirements of the city. So those are two key challenges, I'll say. Villages have been what you call as the core for the Indian context. Agriculture still is one of the biggest components of our support in terms of the employment also. Let's look at it in two different perspectives. When we do a city planning, we plan for X number of people. Now we plan for peri-urban area. The planning for villages is also important. Now why should we say that the village planning should be different from a city planning and a peri-urban planning? Everything has to do with 3 or 4 components. Good healthcare, education, it needs to provide you services as and when required, electricity, water. If I look at these core IT, if I look at these core, what's the difference between a village, a peri-urban and a city? Nothing. Other than one is a center or hub for economic activity, one is for agriculture, one is for education, one is for social work. Everything else is a secondary. But if I look at planning, infrastructure development, providing the cities, villages, peri-urban area, I should not think there should be any kind of a separate scheme. It has to be one single. Everyone should get the same kind of infrastructure support, same kind of a programs. Yes, the magnitude is different there as compared to cities, but villages will continue to have that emphasis in India. There is a separate program, but I somehow feel that everything should be similar. All KPIs should be similar. It should be based upon the lack of availability of resources at each location. That should be the gap assessment should be done, and that's where the entire modeling should be done.